Hello there, I'm Jack Charles. We are on the Birrarung, the Yarra River, and so as ambassador for this year's MIFF 68.5 online screening, I welcome you, Wominjeka. I pay my respects to all the elders, my elders past and present, and those that are emerging, especially in the film industry. So for now, welcome to Wominjeka, as we say, Wominjeka to the Melbourne International Film Festival 68.5 online.
It's easy to overlook what's right in front of us. But when we truly see our own backyard, the rarest of experience is priceless. Out here, luxury isn't silver. It's blue and green and ochre, a tapestry of textures woven by nature's very hand. Encounters with soul, through the lens of those who know. Discover Australia from a new perspective.
This is the 2020 Melbourne International Film Festival Shorts Awards. I'm Jo Stanley and it is my great pleasure to be your host this evening. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land that we're filming on, the Woiwurrung and Boonwurrung people of the Eastern Kulin Nation, and extend that acknowledgement to the owners of the lands and waterways this broadcast reaches. I pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging, as well as to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people who are tuning in tonight. I'm very happy to be with you this evening because, like you, I love short films. It is a very different and challenging year for everyone on the planet, which is why the 2020 MIFF Shorts Awards are coming to you from a distance, you in your lounge room, kitchen, bedroom, maybe bathtub, and me here on location at the Mountain Goat Brewery. Mountain Goat are our Shorts Awards ceremony partner, and we thank them for their commitment to the innovative spirit of short filmmaking and for the good times. The Shorts Awards are a signature event in MIFF 68.5, and tonight's program is a celebration of the courage and creativity of short filmmakers everywhere. This year there are 44 shorts being screened in the festival and 37 short films vying for these incredible awards. Hopefully you've checked out some of the varied and diverse films on offer, because for the first time they're all available online right across Australia and all shorts packages are free. Just head to miff.com.au to take in some of the world's best short filmmaking wherever and whenever you like. The MIFF Shorts Awards started in the early 1960s and over the years has cemented its significance as a showcase of fresh, exciting and independent cinematic voices, while playing a part in the careers of some of our most successful filmmakers, with previous winners including Rachel Griffiths, Adam Elliott, Taika Waititi, so many more. Who knows where this year's winners will emerge next? Perhaps even at the Academy Awards, because 3 of our Shorts Awards are Academy Award accredited. The winners of Best Film, Best Australian Film and Best Documentary will be eligible to be nominated for an Oscar. Tonight we're awarding films in 5 categories. City of Melbourne Grand Prix for Best Short Film, Film Victoria Erwin Rado Award for Best Australian Short Film, Abercrombie and Kent Best Documentary Short Film, HP and Storm FX Best Animated Short Film, and Blackmagic Design Best Cinematography in a Short Film. Each winner will receive a significant cash prize, or in the case of Best Cinematography, a fantastic film recording kit, and this very impressive and much treasured MIFF trophy. But tonight isn't just about awarding 5 exceptional filmmakers. Tonight is about acknowledging the fierce work, passion, grit, creativity, innovation and fearlessness that underpins the art of short filmmaking. Not to mention time and money. Thank you to all the filmmakers who've submitted work, and to our local filmmakers for doing all the things you do to get your stories made. We celebrate you all. This year we have an incredible jury who've watched all the films in contention and carefully deliberated and debated the winners. I know you'll join me in thanking Aaron Pedersen, Rachel Griffiths and Chris Pang, and we'll be hearing from each of them shortly. But first of all, I have 2 special guests in the studio with me, Al Cossa, Artistic Director of MIFF, and Mia Falstein-Rush, MIFF's Shorts Programmer. Al, Mia, I want to acknowledge that along with the rest of the world, MIFF has had to pivot to an online offering in what has felt like a very quick time, but it seems very seamless to an audience member. What has it been like for you both? What differences are there when you're programming a festival to be seen online rather than in a cinema?
Yeah, you're right. It has been, how will I put it, quite an adventure. I think moving through the last 3 to 4 months, that kind of, and I'm glad it looks that way from the outside. It's a massive space to kind of navigate. There's a lot of sensitivities in it. You know, rights holders and filmmakers don't necessarily think the same way about it, and MIFF is part of an ecosystem where films move from festival to festival and into theaters, and all of that is so kind of disrupted and turned on its head. Then it's a whole new set of sensitivities to really work through when you're programming as well. So it was an intense few months. We really wanted to do something that was true to the personality of MIFF's programming and also audience expectations of what it would be as well. And I think we're pretty proud of where we've got to, definitely. You know, we had to work with Shift 72, the company who's built our digital platform for us. So as well as, you know, programming the festival, it's the equivalent of building the cinema at the same time. We thought about everything people would want from the program, but then it's like, well, what's the opportunity of the space? Flip it on its head. What can you do now that we're going to be in people's lounge rooms that might be a bit more difficult or sort of extraneous in terms of our regular festivals?
Yeah, I think for my part, for the first time I was able to be in the audience's seat whilst programming. So, you know, generally I don't get to see a lot of shorts in cinema before they appear on our screens in cinema. And for the first time, I was, you know, on my couch, in my sweats, you know, with various cups of tea and coffee and that kind of thing, watching these films. And that, I don't know, it was a really unique experience because I don't get to be in the audience's seat, you know, that often, and to finally be in their shoes or, you know, bed socks like that was a really unique and enlightening experience.
Is that a way that you were programming then, imagining your audience at home rather than in a cinema? And does that impact on the films you choose?
Absolutely. I think there are some films which are absolute cinema scale, and they very much need that space to get the utmost kind of out of what that experience of viewing them are. And then there are other films which actually show a different kind of potential when you put them into people's home environments. So we're very conscious of wanting MIFF to, you know, be an incredible kind of curated program and experience and speak to festival blockbusters and anticipated titles and all those kinds of things that people love about running around the city, usually in the dead of winter and seeing 6 films a day and all that kind of thing. And then we want to say, well, what's the positive opportunity of the space? And we thought about that, I guess, not only with films, but with people as well, because I mean, connecting artists to audiences is something that's really important and really central to the festival. You know, the festival is the sum total of the films, but it's also all the things that happen in the spaces between the films as well. And so we thought, well, it's going to be very difficult to do anything with people in real life, obviously not a possibility, but what's the positive opportunity? Who can we engage and reach out to and kind of make virtual guests of the festival that may never get on a plane in the dead of winter and fly 30 hours to Australia? So, you know, we've got pretty incredible speakers lined up, from Kelly Reichardt and Riz Ahmed through to Aubrey Plaza and Steve James. So those are some kinds of things that are unique opportunities for this year. You just have to kind of shift that mindset and look to how you can fill the space in the most interesting way for audiences.
So you speak of artists there. What has the response been from the filmmakers?
Yeah, look, it's such a difficult time for everyone to know how both production and screen culture will continue and how artists can continue to present work to audiences. There's a whole range of responses in terms of, I guess, our festival and every festival who's kind of pivoting into the space or working out how they continue. As I see it, MIFF's radical act is to continue this year, is just to kind of keep going and navigate and find a way through, and, you know, to keep finding and fostering audiences in a year that's more distant and disconnected, you know, no matter how that needs to happen, to kind of meet audiences on their own terms. You know, with festivals cancelling, postponing, transforming what their scale is, transforming how they present films to audiences, there's a huge amount of uncertainty with filmmakers. You know, the films are in varying states of limbo. Some who are embracing this space, others who are waiting to see how the situation kind of emerges around it, some that are effectively in hibernation for a year. And, you know, all of those things require so much strategy on the part of filmmakers. What is the next right step for them to do? And online is a space, obviously people have, you know, Netflix and Google Play and all kinds of things, and they know it in a particular way, but I think festivals are moving into the space in a new way, filmmakers are moving into the space in a new way, audiences are thinking about it in a new way, and everyone's kind of discovering it together. So there's risks that are kind of happening, there's conversations that are happening, and there's a lot of consideration of what is now and what is next. So it's a really interesting space to try and navigate your way through.
Did you find, though, some filmmakers, I think they would be disappointed that they're not going to be able to see their film on a screen?
Absolutely.
That must have had an impact on some.
When filmmakers think of MIFF or think of any festival, I mean, the ideal is, you know, pretty much the same to anyone. It's red carpet and media wall and, you know, a wonderful kind of launching pad in terms of bringing audiences together in a physical space. And, you know, that's something that's still very much at the heart of MIFF. And as soon as it is a safe situation to bring people back together, then, you know, we absolutely will. But, you know, that's something that's just not possible. And, you know, when we made the decision to cancel the festival, there was so much uncertainty in August. If cinemas were open, there's gathering bans and social distancing. And then there's also the psychology and the social anxiety of the audiences. Are you ready to rush back into these spaces or not? Does it become something else as well? So yes, this space potentially isn't for some filmmakers that have a very definite view of what, you know, the launch of their film will be that they've worked so incredibly hard towards. And other filmmakers see the advantage and the opportunity and, you know, a new strategy in terms of connecting to people in the middle of these times, and doing something really kind of creative and exciting in that space, and like I say, like we are continuing forward.
Mia, you are the MIFF Shorts programmer. How do you possibly select that amount of films out of the thousands of entrants?
Yeah, look, it's a massive undertaking. It takes the better part of a year. You know, we pretty much begin programming as soon as the last festival has finished, often even before that. It's basically a massive kind of puzzle that we start to kind of place pieces in throughout the year, and it's all about, you know, balancing message and content with vision and voice and innovation. And so all these things are sort of all up in the air for the entire year, and then they sort of fall into place sort of around our program lock.
And this year, are there any common themes or approaches in the field of filmmakers and the films that we're seeing?
We do definitely always see kind of common threads pull through. I would say that this year the environment is obviously kind of forefront of a lot of artists' minds. We've got a lot of really great queer content in the shorts program this year, which is, I think, becoming a space that is more open and inclusive for people. And yeah, I think in any given year, you know, loneliness and human connection is actually quite a common theme throughout a lot of the films. And I think this year more than ever, that's obviously extremely pertinent to all of us as we're isolating. So yeah.
Now we have a star-studded jury this year: Aaron Pedersen, Pang, Rachel Griffiths. Tell me, what was the deliberation process like?
Yeah, look, it was actually an incredible experience for me, I have to say. Usually I, you know, in a normal year, I'll lock the jurors up in our boardroom, you know, with a vat of coffee and you know, a mountain of high energy snacks. And just pop in with, you know, a bit of lunch kind of halfway through just to make sure that they're still all alive and, you know, whatnot. But yeah, this year, obviously, we held the deliberations on Zoom, you know, and as I had to host it, I obviously stayed for the entirety of it. And it was just so, I don't know, it was just so lovely to see these three people who are, you know, absolutely like titans within their own right, within the Australian film industry and internationally, talk so passionately about these films. It was such, I felt so privileged to kind of be a little fly on the wall in the deliberations, and all spoke with such conviction, you know, about each of the films that they were really championing for the categories. So yeah, I'm very grateful that COVID has afforded me this opportunity, kind of thing. The one good thing, you know.
Well, there's no doubt that the stars of tonight's show are, of course, the films. So let's take a look at some of the films in contention. As you can see, the calibre of films in contention is very high. So once again, do go to miff.com.au to check out all that and more in the MIFF Shorts program. But let's get to our first award, the Blackmagic Design Award for Best Cinematography in a Short Film. This award was first introduced last year to celebrate the visual, the art of photography and camera work in filmmaking. Appropriately, the winner will receive a fabulous camera equipment kit courtesy of Blackmagic Design. Here to announce this award, all the way from Hawaii, star of Crazy Rich Asians, Charlie's Angels and so much more, it's Melbourne boy turned good, Pang.
I didn't mean to show you that beautiful Hawaiian beach there, picture perfect thing while you guys are trapped in lockdown in Melbourne. But thank you, Joe. And yes, I'm here to present the Blackmagic Design Award for Cinematography in a Short. And so this year it was very difficult for us to judge. I was honored and delighted to be on the jurors panel, but we had films from all over the world, which of course means all different cultures, and that brings a diverse mix of visual languages and visual styles. So it was difficult for us to judge, but this year we felt the deserved winner was Nevena Dezavojevic for Outside the Oranges Are Blooming. She just blew us away with this beautiful cinematography. I feel like there was some sort of magic in her lens where things just look prettier when she films them. But she was able to just bring life to inanimate scenes and objects. It was, every frame was just a postcard. It was so beautiful to see. And she had masterful framing and composition that just really encapsulated the desolation and isolation, loneliness in this man's life in that moment. So congratulations, Navina, and everybody involved in Outside the Oranges Are Blooming.
Hello everyone, I'm Nevina, film director of the short documentary film Outside the Oranges Are Blooming. I had this honor to thank to the Blackmagic Design Award for the best photography in the short documentary section. This award means so much to me as a reference, as a support, as encouragement for someone who has just started to make films. Thank you so much, Melbourne Film Festival, for making my film to be a part of this wonderful festival that I hopefully will visit someday in the future. Thank you so much and have an amazing summer.
Congratulations, Nevena Desivojevic, on that deeply moody, mysterious piece. Such beautifully still but powerful cinematography in Outside the Oranges Are Blooming. Our next award is the HP and Storm Effects Award for Best Animated Short Film. The wonderful thing about animation is you can do anything with time and space, and this year's Shorts program very much reflects that. The Best Animated Short Film is always hotly contested, so to announce our winner, let's go back to Chris Pang.
Thanks, Joe. Hello again. I'm back this time to announce the winner of the HP and Storm Effects Award for Best Animation in a Short Film. So this year, that award goes to Inez by Elodie Dermange. Congratulations, Elodie. We loved the film. It was short, simple, and sweet, but it was so effective in its communication with that simplicity. It just told volumes through your very purposeful yet free style of watercolor animation. It was so beautiful, and it demonstrated storytelling at its finest. So congratulations, Elodie, and the whole team.
C'est demain ton rendez-vous?
C'est ça.
Et tu es toujours sûre de ta décision?
Tu me fais stresser, maman.
Tu peux encore changer d'avis, hein. C'est important que tu sois sûre de toi. Bon, tu sais quoi? Je viens et on réfléchit à ça toutes les deux.
On en a déjà parlé, c'est pas la peine.
Hello Australia, I'm Elodie Dermange, the director of the movie Inez. It's a short animation movie of 4 minutes. I'm super happy to have been screened at the Melbourne International Film Festival, and I'm really honored to have won the Best Animation Award. I would like to thank very much the team of the Melbourne International Film Festival and also HP and Storm FX about this award. I'm glad that the award goes to a movie that is talking about a subject that we don't talk enough, that is touching, that touch women, but also everybody, and that's a really common subject, but that we don't talk enough, sadly. I'm also happy that my movie has won an award in an Australian film festival, because I really love Australia, and I traveled there a few years ago, and it's one of the countries of my heart. So I miss Australia a lot. I hope to come back soon. I would like again to thank everybody and have a super day and a good life.
Congratulations to our winner Elodie Demonge for her film Inez, a demonstration of how much can be said in such a short amount of time, such powerful imagery. And if you want more of Elodie Demonge's work, find her on Instagram. She's a beautiful artist. Our next award is Best Documentary, and this year is being brought to us by pioneering travel company Abercrombie and Kent. Just like MIFF, they're dedicated to providing enriching and extraordinary experiences from around the globe. Here to announce the winner is one of Australia's most loved actors, Aaron Pedersen.
Thanks, Joe. Hi to everyone. Greetings from the Northern Territory. Firstly, I just want to thank all the filmmakers for submitting their films. Filmmaking is a courageous act. I believe all artists are courageous people, so congratulations for being shortlisted. I'm here to make the announcement for the award of the Abercrombie and Kent Best Documentary Short Film. After much deliberation, the winner of that award is The Weight of All Beauty, directed by Blackmagic. Congratulations to all involved.
Oli 1970 aasta juunikuu. Meeleolu oli nukker, sest alles eile oli viinakurat ühe kohaliku mehe hinge võtnud. Vanamees olla puskarit joonud ja siis noore kasepuu alla magama heitnud. Öösel olla üle sõrve kuulda olnud, kuidas viinakurat valju naerusaatel vanamehe hing käes üle sõrve sääre kurama suunal jooksnud.
Hi, I'm Eva. I'm the director of the short documentary film The Weight of All the Beauty, and we just received very good news that our film won the Best Short Documentary Award. So we would like to thank the jury, Abercrombie and Kent, for giving us this award, and of course Melbourne International Film Festival. Thank you, it means a lot to us. Greetings from Estonia.
Congratulations to Eva Margi and her film The Weight of All the Beauty. Interestingly, in 2017, Eva participated in a 10-day workshop with Werner Herzog, who's one of the world's most unconventional filmmakers, and another one of MIFF's shorts past winners, all the way back in 1993. Perhaps we see in Eva's winning film a reflection of his influence so many years later. Our next award is the Film Victoria Erwin Rado Award for Best Australian Short Film. And to help me introduce this award, I'm thrilled to be joined by Caroline Pitcher, CEO of Film Victoria. Hi, Caroline.
Hi, Joe. It's a pleasure to be here this evening.
I know Film Victoria is the principal government partner of MIFF and the state screen agency for film, television and digital games. What have you seen within the filmmaking community in Victoria and how they're handling these current times?
It has been the crisis of the century, in fact, for all screen makers. We've seen that digital games and visual effects and animation have been the most resilient, being able to work from home, but certainly all production shut down when COVID appeared on our shores. So it has been incredibly devastating for our screen industry, but their resilience should be incredibly celebrated. So many people have come up with creative ideas to get back to work. In fact, we have television production shooting right now, and we're looking at a recovery plan in which we can get our screen makers back working as soon as we possibly can.
The Film Victoria Award for Best Australian Short Film is named in honour of Erwin Rado. Who was Erwin Rado, and why is this award so important to you?
Well, Erwin was an incredible Victorian. Originally he was born in Budapest, and he was probably the longest serving MIFF director in the history of MIFF, soon to be 70 years of the festival. Erwin actually served 24 years in his capacity as the director of MIFF, and he really was able to professionalise and put MIFF on the map, on the global map.
And why particularly is the Australian Short Film Award so important?
We see it important to get young screen makers of any type, really, to get their teeth sunk into short films as a great experience and something that can be seen by audiences all over the world.
And can you tell us some of the ways that Film Victoria assists in that?
Sure. So we really look at skills and talent building across a variety of mechanisms. So we look at ways in which we can develop skills programs across the board. At the moment, we're working with Ron Howard and Brian Grazer on their story development initiative, which is Imagine Impact, with 7 Victorians rapidly developing incredible screen content, again, for global audiences.
And I imagine this year it's even more important to find opportunities to assist Victorian filmmakers.
Absolutely. Film Victoria has put a number of actions in place where we are trying to get the money out the door as quickly as we can to support all of our screen practitioners. But importantly, we're also focusing on the development phase of scripts. So we're holding a number of different programs in which our writers can actually speedily develop those scripts so that we can, when the time is right, get those into production.
Well, it is one of the most hotly contested shorts awards in the country, so let's go back to Aaron Pedersen to find out who is the winner.
Hi to all the good people of MIFF. I'm back again. I'm here to announce the winner of the Film Victoria Erwin Rado Award for Best Australian Short Film. And I'm pleased to announce the winner of that award is The Mug-Eye, directed by John Bell. Congratulations to all involved in this fantastic project. It's definitely a horror, both in form and in content. I'd also like to make a special jury mention to Day in the Life Of, directed by the Caribbean Film Collective. Congratulations to all involved.
Thank you to the Melbourne International Film Festival for this award. It's a great honour. It's the first festival we've entered into, so we've been very lucky to win the Erwin Rado Award for the Best Australian Short. I'd like to thank the producers, Christina Seaton, Samantha Jennings, Taylor Goddard and Cuzzo Mitch Stanley. I'd also like to thank the actors, Shari Sevens and Maine Wyatt. They went above and beyond for this film.
What about me, Paul?
I already thanked you.
When do I get paid?
You got paid. Remember I bought you that ice cream?
That was only like $2, Pop.
Yeah, but you still got paid.
In ice cream?
Yes, if you don't like it, talk to your agent.
I'm going to tell Nana and you.
I don't care, tell Nan. I'm not scared of her. I also want to thank Screen Australia for narrator. Thank you for backing me. I want to thank Film Victoria for sponsoring the award. I want to thank NITV for their support as well. Thank you for everybody. It's been a great honour. Thank you.
Congratulations to John Bell for his incredibly powerful winning film, The Mug-Eye. Such a brilliantly told metaphor for a profoundly important Australian story. Caroline, I really feel like the Australian film industry is in good hands with filmmakers like John Bell.
Absolutely. John is an incredible talent and I cannot wait to see his career progress over the coming years.
I loved that the jury wanted to give a special mention to the Caribbean Film Collective and their extraordinary film, Day in the Life. And the great news is, as you say, Caroline, John Bell received Screen Australia development funding this year for The Mug-Eye as a feature film and is in development with Causeway Films and No Coincidence Media. I can't wait for that to hit our screens.
Absolutely, it's so incredibly exciting.
Thank you so much, Caroline.
Thanks, Joe. It's been a pleasure and I'm really looking forward to the rest of the film festival, 68 and a half. One more week to go.
Our fifth and final award tonight is the City of Melbourne Grand Prix for Best Short Film. The City of Melbourne provides essential support for MIFF each year, and since 1985, they have presented the Grand Prix for Best Film. It's an exciting moment. Who will win? To announce the Grand Prix for Best Short Film 2020, welcome to Lord Mayor Sally Capp, together with a short message from juror, one of Australia's most successful actors, producers and directors, Rachel Griffiths. Thanks, Joe. Hello, everyone. Sally Capp, Lord Mayor of Melbourne, on behalf of the City of Melbourne, absolutely delighted to be part of the 2020 Melbourne International Film Festival Shorts Awards. At a time when we can't physically go out to watch a film, isn't it fantastic that we can still get our film fix through the MIFF 2020 digital program. Congratulations to everyone in the MIFF team for curating a diverse program of films, and thank you to all of the supporters for ensuring that the Melbourne International Film Festival lives on in digital form in 2020. MIFF is one of the events on our arts and culture calendar here in Melbourne. It's for lovers of film and it's also for the industry. One of the highlights of the programs every year is the MIFF Shorts. This year, online audiences can watch 44 films from some of the world's most talented animators, documentary makers, and international fiction filmmakers. As the arts and cultural capital of the country, the City of Melbourne is a proud supporter of the MIFF Shorts Awards. This is one of the most highly regarded film competitions in the Southern Hemisphere. As expected, the calibre of entrants this year was extremely high. I applaud the creativity, the innovation, and the hard work of everybody involved. This year's judges, Rachel Griffiths, Chris Pang and Aaron Pedersen, have done a great job, a very tough task of determining the winner. This is the last award, so I'll get right to it. It is my absolute pleasure to present the Grand Prix for Best Short Film on behalf of the City of Melbourne, something we have proudly done since 1985. There can only be one winner, and it's my pleasure to officially announce the winner now. The 2020 City of Melbourne Grand Prix for Best Short Film Award goes to Da Yi, directed by Anthony Nitti. Congratulations.
Thank you, Sally. It was a great privilege to watch all of the shorts submitted for competition at MIFF this year and share deep conversations with my fellow jurors Chris Pang and Aaron Pedersen, and we'd like to commend all the filmmakers on their deep and personal commitment to innovating narratives that help us as an audience expand our capacity to understand human experience in all its uniqueness. We were unanimous this year in awarding the City of Melbourne Grand Prix to Da Yi, directed by Ghanaian-born and Belgium-based filmmaker Anthony Nitti. The film really struck a chord with us for its accomplished cinematic realization and extraordinary empathy in its storytelling as it explores the fragile innocence of children in communities vulnerable to exploitation. The film walks an emotional tightrope in refusing to dehumanize its antagonist, instead asking us to face broader questions of our collective culpability in the systems of inequality, whilst also emphatically affirming the unique privilege of humans to choose the righteous path of collective responsibility. So our heartfelt congratulations to Anthony and all who were involved in making this extraordinarily powerful film. The jury were also so moved by this film that we chose to offer a special jury prize for outstanding performance to one of the incredible leads, the young actress Matilda Enkill. As the standout performance of the short film, she carried much on her young shoulders. Matilda's performance is extraordinary as she encapsulates both the joys of childhood and the loss of innocence she's so profoundly threatened with. She is utterly in the moment while displaying a truly remarkable emotional agility, with a face that lights up the screen, making us, the audience, all the more cognizant of the limitations and the brutalities awaiting her gender on the other side of childhood. We hope that this very special award encourages Matilda to pursue a very special gift and to bring her talents to the attention of the global industry. Congratulations, Matilda. Filmmaking is not an easy endeavour, and we hope that all involved in the making of this film can continue to make incredible work. Thank you, congratulations to all of you, and thank you for sharing your film with us at MIFF.
Okay, am I ready? Okay, nipa me no ombe catch no. Omo no ombe choose teams. Mate. Yes. Hi, I'm Anthony Inti. I'm from Ghana. I live in Belgium. I tried doing the acceptance speech with Bob, the chicken. If you've seen the film, he's in the opening scene. He's a superstar. But he wasn't feeling it, so it's just gonna be me. I want to thank the city of Melbourne and Melbourne International Film Festival for giving us this award. It means the world to us. And the work that you guys do, you know, having a small film from Ghana with like a really, really small crew with no budget. My family members in Ghana had to help, and my friends from Belgium, and you know, so it traveling there and winning the Grand Prix is like crazy. But what really touched me was that the jury, and I want to thank them all, gave it another prize to superstar Matilda. She got an award, and this award didn't exist, and she just got it because you guys loved her performance. This really touched us so much because originally the story was written for 2 boys, and Matilda came in the audition and she had exactly the same characteristics that I had when I was a kid, because she was supposed to be me. But she came in, she killed it. She was even better than me. I liked her more than I liked myself. So her getting this award means the world to us, and we hope she could become a bigger star and play. And so, yeah, thank you very much. And maybe next time we'll be there in real life. Thank you.
Congratulations to director Anthony Nati for that very moving film, Dai. Like I would suggest the majority of short films, Anthony Nati financed that film himself, which meant a very limited crew of only 4 people, and the rest was his family. But Anthony says he was moved to make this film because it's important to him that the world knows African artists have a voice and that African cinema will be seen as world cinema. Our huge and heartfelt congratulations to the director of Dai, Anthony Nati, and to all the cast and crew involved. So that's it for the MIFF Shorts Awards for 2020. 5 fantastic winners from a lineup of incredible short films. If you haven't had the chance to see the films yet, all of tonight's winners will be packaged into a best-of bundle on the festival platform and will be available with captions and audio description. All the shorts packages are free and available for streaming right across Australia. So get comfy on your couch and log on to miff.com.au now. And while you're there, make sure you take in all the other great films on offer, the distinctly Australian voices, as well as some of the world's best in international cinema. Thank you to all our partners tonight. Thank you to our jurors. Our heartfelt thanks and congratulations to all filmmakers. And of course, thank you to you for watching. I've been your host, Jo Stanley, from the Melbourne International Film Festival. Cheers and good night.